Hello, welcome to Chat Cinema. I'm here today with Christine.
Hi, everyone.
Today we're going to talk about the Danish film Enforcement. It was co-directed by Anders Ohm and Frederick Louise Avila. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sorry. um, it's a bit topical now. It's the story of I guess tensions between the establishment police force and migrants in certain neighborhoods. Um, but this takes place in a Copenhagen neighborhood after I guess a resident was killed by the police.
Yeah.
Christine, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the film starts with a scene which, of course, now is uh, obviously making us think of the George Floyd murderer, because it starts with someone dying in police custody and saying, "I can't breathe." So, and he is from the Arab community in Copenhagen and seems to be a very popular figure. So, of course, the news of his death leads to riots, leads to a lot of anger. And there are two policemen going out to this, really kind of closed ghetto. So it's really like difficult to getting inside, and then even more difficult for them to get out of this really gated community. Which I watched recently in another Scandinavian movie. So it really seems to exist, like these parts of the Scandinavian cities. And and then it's kind of the situation that these two cops get caught up in an incident with a young Arab, from Arab background guy, and they kind of take him as a shield and try to get out of this, really like a war zone ghetto situation, trying to find a way out.
And it's a good cop, bad cop scenario, of course. It reminded me a little bit of Black Hawk Down and The Warriors. Anyway,
I think it has a lot to do with the Warriors and all these 70s movies who are like going to this kind of battlefield or very dangerous
areas of the city. Right.
City. I also thought a lot of Les Miserables, the French movie. Yes, because it's also this kind of situation that it is these kinds of riots taking place in these community, and there are also cops trying to get out. And I think the difference a little bit is that we don't see what's really going on. We stay very close with the two cops who are the main protagonists. So we only see what they see, and they are very often not really involved. And they watch it from outside, from the window. They have to hide, they have to run. And the moment they think they're in they have no safety way, it's already gone and closed, and sometimes you don't know who's shooting, what's going on, because they don't know. So, which is, I think, very cleverly made, and I liked the camera a lot.
Yeah, okay. Technique was good.
Yeah, because
I would agree with you on that.
Yeah, it had a kind of very polished way. It looked a little bit Instagrammable at times, but it had this
I missed that point.
Yeah, but it still had this kind of gritty look.
Okay. Yeah. That was in my notes too. I was going to talk about Really.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That my problem with the film, it had a lot to say, but I felt it was a bit restrained
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
some reason. I mean, I saw the good cop, bad cop thing. It felt like it didn't really want to offend in so many ways.
Yeah.
That was my take on it.
Yeah, I thought, okay, we have the good cop, we have the bad cops. By the way, I think that both actors did a very good job.
Yes,
Uh,
I
Really good. And of course, it changes over the movie. You see,
yeah.
it's not so black and white as you think it would be at the beginning. So it's more nuanced. And there's kind of change they're going through at the end. There are different people coming out at the end of the movie, and I had the problem that I was not really close enough to them
Okay.
or the
Okay.
situation
I
because
agree.
we had, we had the two guys. We had this young boy who had
You
to
got that.
stay with them, and they built a kind of relationship with him, with his mother, and then in the end there were these other boys turning out
Yes. That
blue,
just
and
came out of the blue.
yeah, which I found a little bit confusing.
Mm.
And I thought, okay, maybe it was because it doesn't want you to go so much in on one side, or
Exactly.
it
It was
didn't have
middle of the
this
road.
kind of emotional impact, like for an example, The Miserable had for
Mhm.
me, which left me really like, oh my God, what's going on? And here it was, no, yeah, maybe it was a little bit too small also.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm,
I didn't really feel for the characters. I
yeah,
was a bit indifferent towards it. And I mean, I think it wanted to make a serious commentary, but it fell short. It fell very,
yeah,
very short to me. I
yeah,
understood what they wanted to say. I just don't think they said it very well.
yeah. I think they should have gone a step further
Hmm.
and really say, okay, we have here this situation, and it all ends up in chaos. And okay, nobody is just bad or good
Yeah.
or whatever they wanted to. Yeah, but yeah, they were a little bit too careful.
Yes, that's the word I was going to use. That's a good term. Careful, too careful.
Yeah.
Good term. I agree. They didn't want to offend anyone,
Hmm.
and I think that was the problem. They didn't. The two directors, Andes and Frederic, they didn't take chances.
Yeah.
I think for me, it was technique over taking a chance. I think they wanted to reinforce their technique and said, okay, we're going to go away from taking, offending people and everything. We just want to kind of shock the audience, but in a
Mhm.
different way. For that was my
Mhm.
feeling.
But I think it's for both of them the first major movie.
Hmm.
I checked them up. So one of them did some long movies, more children
Should
movies,
have.
films. And the other one, I think it's mm, his first long feature. So, well,
Yes.
maybe to give them some um, credit for shooting the first movie, maybe I think uh, they could go on with it and maybe, yeah, go just a step further, then it would be much more interesting. And
Well,
the second one. So,
yeah, I mean, the talent, the technical talent is there. And I think the storytelling talent is there.
yeah.
I mean, like I
Mm,
said, this is their first feature, but yeah, it just lacked. And I love what you said. It lacked an impact, and it
mhm,
wanted to have an impact, but it
yeah.
just lacked it for me.
Hmm. Exactly. This is what I had. Hmm.
I wanted more.